Hello, everyone. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, Atanas.
Hey everyone, hey Arlemi.
How are you doing?
Doing good, thank you. Nice to be here back again.
Well, let's
And
see.
how are
Let's
you
see what
doing?
we do. Let's see how we do.
Yeah, let's see.
So yeah, for all of the new people here, welcome to a Postman live stream. Just if you're not aware, Postman live streams every Thursday around this time on different topics. Today I'm joined with Atanas. So Atanas, do you want to give us a quick description of who you are, what you do?
Yep, sure. So I'm Atanas and I'm part of the product support team here at Postman. And I joined Postman almost 2 years ago. So I've been here for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Arlemi. I'm part of the developer relations team at Postman. And today, so before give you a quick tease of what we're going to do, we're going to play a game that you can play with APIs and WebSockets, as some mentioned already in the comments. Um, and you'll be able to play that game through Postman. So I already have a question from Yusuf that says, why WebSockets using more than Socket.io? We're actually going to use Socket.io during the live stream. So if you wanna see that, just stick along. But before we get into that, let me quickly do our in case you missed this section. It's where for 2 minutes I just talked to you about what happened at Postman for the last week. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And that's also going to be a test to see if you can all see my screen correctly. And let me bring it up. And then move our faces at the bottom. Okay. On the chat, if you can't see the screen properly, just let us know. And otherwise, I'm going to keep going. So one of the things we've announced in the last few weeks, we've announced a partnership with Microsoft. What this partnership is made of, as you may know, Microsoft allows you to has an API gateway. You can create your APIs and you can host your APIs there. And Postman allows you to test these APIs. But as of now, it's kind of two disconnected workflows. Developers would have to test their APIs on Postman, export, or find a way to then import them on Microsoft. This actually means you can now have a two-way synchronization between the two, between the Azure API management platform and your Open API definitions in Postman. That's one. So I'm not gonna spend too long on this news. I'm gonna link the blog in the comments anyway, and you can all go and have a look if you're interested to learn more. And if there's someone from Postman in the chat, please do repost this to LinkedIn, because I think these links are not going to the LinkedIn chat. Another news, and if you're a student, it might be relevant to you. We've got a student program at Postman, and they've just released a new certification process and program that you can go and learn some new stuff and get some badges, etc. This is targeted for students. If you're not a student and you're interested in learning more, this is still relevant for you. So you might be interested in taking and passing, hopefully, this certification. So there's a couple for now, with more on the way. So I'm also going to put a link for that in the chat. And last but not least, before we jump into the content of this live stream, in case you're not aware, there's a new version of Postman that's been released. It's called Postman V10. Postman V10 comes with a bunch of new things: a Postman CLI, native Git support, API governance, API security, alerts, etc. Tons of stuff. So if you don't have it yet, don't worry, it's being rolled out like user by user or like cohorts by cohort. So you're going to get it soon. But yeah, stay aware of this. This is coming, and same again. If you're interested in this one, you could go and learn about it there. Let me make sure we have the links in LinkedIn as well. But in the meantime, while we're done with this, let me stop sharing my screen and we can talk about what we're going to do today. So we're going to play a game. I teased that part. We're going to play a game that's been created by Atanas. So Atanas, do you want to quickly give us some context of like why you created that game, how you created it?
Yep, sure. So the game is created using Node.js and Phaser library, which is used for game development with JavaScript. And the idea behind the game is to be played with Postman because all the operations that you will be doing on the screen, they all come from Postman. So now the plan is, since we wrote Postman not quite some time ago, Postman rolled out WebSocket support, and now the plan is to build upon the game and just use that WebSocket support we have and try to build some new functionality
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah, so we did a live stream, the two of us. I don't remember when, probably like a year and a half ago, where we let
Yeah.
people play with it using Postman, and it was only REST API calls, right? It was like a send a post request
Yeah.
to move your character, etc. So now we're going to try to do a bit more. So I'm just going to go ahead because we keep talking about the game, but we're not really showing it. Just before we do, I hope you're not all expecting something like Halo or anything. This is a web-based game. We really appreciate the work Atanas has done, but it's a one-person job. Okay, I'm actually going to post the URL for everyone, so I'm going to put it on the
By
screen.
the way, someone asked if it's better to use laptop, and if you're on the phone, probably it's going to be better if you use a laptop to play the game.
So I'm putting the URL on the screen right now. So you should be, if you'll go to that URL, and I'm going to share my screen now. If you're going to that URL, you should be seeing what I'm seeing, which is how would you call like this type of design? Is it like Pokemon type tile game?
Probably old school Nintendo based games. I don't know.
So I'll leave the link on the screen so that other people can join. You might not realize you've joined. It's just because all of our characters are piling up on this one. So now I'm going to show you how we can make that character move. And for that, as I mentioned, you need to use Postman. So let me just make sure. I'm still seeing the messages in the chat, by the way. Yeah, someone said RPG. This can be a RPG. We're still missing some quests, but we're going to build that in due time. Okay, so we have the game. Now let's get the Postman side running. So if you have Postman installed on your laptop or on your PC, you can use that. Otherwise, you can go to postman.com and log in there. So I'm actually using Postman in the browser. I think I'm just gonna keep it all here. So postman.com. And again, if there's any issue with like seeing my screen, let me know. But I'm gonna try to always be zoomed in enough that you can see. So once you're here, search for I think it's DevRel Republic in the search bar, and you should have one of the results. This one is the name of the workspace, so we're going to go there, and then in this workspace, we'll be looking for the Start Roll Valley collection. I'll be sending a link as well directly, so that's easier for you all in the chat. So I'll give you all like a bit of time to get there. And I've put the link in the chat.
And I think that the name of the game was decided last stream.
Yeah. So. start URL. I think Carson came up with that.
Yeah.
So once you have that collection and you found it, what you can do is fork it. So forking it, you can either use that button here that says fork, or you can use the three dots on the right hand side here and say create a fork. What this does, this creates a copy of that collection in your workspace, and then that means you're going to get to control your own character, etc. So I'm going to fork this to my personal workspace. And then I'm going to star it, so it's always at the top. Okay. So in that collection, we've got 3 endpoints. Um, what was this one doing again? Was it just getting a joke?
Yeah, this one will generate a joke for you.
Okay. And then this one is to move, and then
Mhm.
broadcast. So quickly, what we did last live stream, right? We built these 3 endpoints. This one allows you to move your character. So I'm going to, for example, I can give a direction, and I'm going to say I'm going right, and this. How would you say the steps? What does it equal to? Is it like pixel? Is it
Yeah, it's you can look at them as pixels.
okay? So I'm
So
I'm just gonna say 100
yeah, go with
pixels.
100 steps. That should get you
Um,
far enough.
yeah. So before I can do that, you need to set up some parameters here. So if you click on the collection name, you can then find the variables, and you need to put the token here. So the token is it's not the one. The token is actually what you see at the top here of your page. So if you copy this over and paste it here, and now hopefully if I send that request, player do move successfully,
Oh,
and you can
there's
see me
someone
moving.
in.
Okay, so that's me. There's definitely someone else on the game, and maybe other people. So as you move, we'll all like spread around the map. Um,
Mm.
let's see. So that's what we built. There's also the broadcast endpoint, which allows you to send a message. So I can say, "Hello world," and send it, and hopefully that should it's being shown. You can see I have a little hello world thing on top of my head. Um, and then joke time, which was let's see. And it's displaying directly here. Oh, it disappeared.
Yeah, it was
And
pretty
I
fast.
need to be faster. Let me try again.
Yeah.
I was reading a great book about an immortal dog the other day. It was impossible to put down. It's very
I mean,
dark humor.
they're not the best jokes, so we can let them slide.
Okay, let's see if anyone gets to move.
Yeah.
Just in case, reminder of how to get there. First, you'll need Postman. So log into your Postman account either on the web version or um, the, the app. Then you need to find that collection. So that collection is called Start URL Valley. You can either search directly for start dash URL and you'll find it. You can fork any of these. And then once you have it, make sure that in your variables, you've got your token here. And the token is what you get from here at the top of the page. And save. Don't forget to save. Otherwise, it's not going to be taken into account. And once you have that, you should be good to go. You can use the move endpoint. You can give a direction, number of steps. I'm going to move again. Okay, I went a bit further. Um, okay, so we have this. Now let's see, what can we do? If there's anyone struggling, do let us know. Um, the chat is not on the stream, but we see it on our end, so we can help you out. Couple of things we want to build today. So the first one, as it says in the title, we want to use WebSockets. So as you can see, we have like characters moving left and right. The idea is to broadcast players' position. So as a player moves around, first thing you want to do is, or we want to build is, let's create a way to query where your character is, just so you can get like a coordinates for it. And then the next thing is let's have like an admin endpoint pretty much that just broadcasts all characters' positions whenever someone moves.
Oop, someone moved.
Oh, someone's there.
Yeah.
Okay, you can broadcast your name if you want. So that's one. Another thing. So the point of having players' position and the actual coordinate is that we want to kind of do a treasure hunt where we'll hard code a coordinate, and then it's going to be up to you to find this coordinate and then lead your character there. Whoever is going to be the first one to get there. Someone's now just like going around the map. Whoever's going to be the first one to get there will win. What they are going to win, I don't know. I did not think about that part. That's it. So, cool. It's working at least. We have some people moving.
Yep.
What do we need? Oh yeah, actually, one thing. Whenever we're going to make change to the game, we'll have to redeploy it. So you'll have to refresh the page. Oh, we even have jokes.
So that was from the joke endpoint. The white text comes from the joke.
Hello world. Okay, we have someone saying hello world from this group. This is definitely a group. There's like more than one person in this.
Yeah, you can see actually their stuff
Yeah.
of one another.
So whoever said hello world, hello Postman team, hello there.
Hi.
Yep. We see you. Try moving your character so you can like move out of that.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, we've got 3 all players. Okay, so do you see me? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Let's start building so we can like do more stuff with this game. Because for now, I mean, if you just want to spend an hour just moving around this map, that works as well. But I think it's better if we start building. So,
Someone left the screen.
so that's one thing. If you go out of the map, you'll have to do the same thing but with the opposite direction. So you come back on the screen, or you can just refresh the page and get a new character. Okay, now I see with more and more people. So let's go ahead and start working on this. So I'm going to open VS Code. And we're going to do a bit of coding. So, first things first is going to be I'm going to do it on the side, so if anyone keeps on talking, etc., we can still see you all. But yeah, a good part of the live stream is still going to be a bit of coding. So, where is that game living? I think it's on your game. So this, if you're interested in running this game yourself, it's all available on Atanas GitHub, right?
Yep.
And do they need anything, or can it just like clone and?
It's a public repo, so they can clone it, and probably they can build their own features. Who knows?
Let's try. Let me. I bought some food from the drug dealer. I don't know what less than with, but I was tripping off. We should have double checked that jokes endpoints before.
Yeah.
I have a joke about trickle down economics, but 99% of you will never get it. This is getting me distracted from the actual job that we need to do today.
We'll see how far we get.
Yeah. Then we clone that repo. This one looks like it's looking straight at me. This is scary. Okay, so I have. Let me hide this.
Someone's moving pretty fast.
Someone's already. I'm not going to say cheating. But
Almost.
it's not cheating. Yep. Oh, it's taking some time on the bridge. Okay, so I've got this. I've got the code for the game now. I'm gonna. So where should I go from there, Atanas?
You should go, since we want to be working with WebSockets, and we should go to the server JS file, because that's where the majority of the things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we should just decide what should be the first thing we do now.
So as a user, could I? Oh, this is why it's moving. Can I already like connect to a socket endpoint?
Yes, you can, but you can connect to a socket endpoint. Basically, if you connect to a game, that will open a socket connection. But at the moment, there's not much you can
But there's
do, even if you
nothing
connect.
happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I guess like first thing I could do, I'm gonna run it locally at the same time just so I can see what's happening.
Mm.
Okay, how many people we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, a good enough
By the
challenge.
way, yeah, there's like probably at least 5 people.
Yeah, and then another 5 in there.
Who knows?
Let's do. So the what I'm doing now, I'm installing the game locally, so I can like start bidding on it. Hello, Arlemi and Atanas. Hello, whoever you are.
Hello, wherever you are. Yeah.
You can show your name if you want. So I'm going to install the game locally, so I can start building new features, and then once they're ready, I'm just going to push it for you all to play with. So I have it here. Now I can do start. Now I have a local game running. So if I
Yeah.
go.
So we're running it locally now.
Okay, so that's my local one. You're not showing in this one, and that's the
Mm.
local one. So I'm going to leave this one for now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to add a WebSocket endpoint. Where would I go for that? That's where you help me, Atanas.
Yeah. So what are we
So we
looking
want
to add?
one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I want now is just one that like gives the a player's position. So like I as a
Okay.
player can log in and
Mm.
get my position.
Yes. So this is where we can create a new endpoint, public out
Okay.
position. But I mean, if it's just WebSockets, we can go without an endpoint actually.
Okay.
If we, yeah. So if you want, the first thing we can do is just create a function that will retrieve the player's position, and then we can decide how we should take it forward.
Okay. So the player's position is set. So I can see here we have like steps, directions. Is it
Yes.
saved
So that's
somewhere?
actually so this is where the position is received from the client. That's the
Okay.
message we receive there. And the player position is actually set on line 53. If you see, we're calling a function called update player server position.
Yeah.
So if you go there to where the function is defined,
Yeah.
yep. So this is how we are setting the position. So actually,
Wait.
an easy way for us to set a function that retrieves the position of the player is if we simply duplicate this function and just instead of doing something with the position, we could just get the
Return. Okay.
yeah.
I see someone. We should just replace the chat with the game because now people can talk to us through the game.
Yeah,
I'm going to go some
yeah.
very
We'll
not
need that.
good programming practices. Going to
I mean,
copy
the whole
paste.
game is built that way,
Yeah.
so I don't think that you're.
So
you're
I'm creating a get player server position function,
mm,
which
yeah,
gets player as a parameter.
yeah. And
Um,
since we won't be passing any parameters, we yeah, someone's cruising the beach. Since we won't be setting anything, we can just remove the direction and the range parameters because there will be no
okay.
relevant in
Yeah.
this case. Yeah. So if you want for the time being, we can just console log the connected player variable we have here.
Player. Yep. And
Yes.
then we can see what's in there, right?
Mhm.
So
But
I'm restarting, but
we
that's my local one, so it shouldn't matter.
yeah.
So
So actually, you have to evoke that
oh, you're
function
right.
somewhere because
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
moment we just defined it.
I'm gonna code it all. Um,
Yeah, you can put it in move because it makes sense. You want to see when
Oof, this is so much easier. Okay, move. I'm just gonna put it
yes.
on the first line.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
And
restarting.
we actually have to specify because it takes one parameter. So let me
Well, actually, yeah, but it takes
yeah,
player.
actually it should be underneath the decoded token
Okay,
because
so here,
so put it
and
here
I pass
maybe.
the decoded token as a parameter.
Yeah, decoded token dot. I I'm not. I can't remember socket ID probably. Yeah, socket ID. Yeah. So this ideally should get us the player's position
Okay.
if all work.
Um, don't you worry, all. We'll be back soon. So I'm gonna do this, and because I'm working on localhost, I'm gonna change this to be. I'm gonna use localhost here.
That's how
And then,
helpful variables are.
yeah, and I can just switch from one. I could actually create two different environments.
Hmm.
Swap
Yeah.
from one. So I'm gonna now call this one. Player zero moved successfully when I move,
Okay.
and
So let's go
now,
back to the console.
yeah,
Yep. So we have the position, and let's try moving once again. Let's see if we get the updated position.
let me go down.
Yep. So we're
Yeah,
we're getting the updated position.
nice. So now we want to push that to whoever requests it, right?
Yep. Exactly. So I think there are a few ways to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe what we can do is we can create a WebSocket listener or just set up emit an event that would broadcast the position to the player who requests it.
Okay. So we will do that. Do we need a new endpoint, or is it in
Well,
the?
so actually, an even easier way would be if we send the position in the move endpoint itself. So once we hit the move endpoint, we can reply back with the position of the player. But I think in the
But then
purpose here is
that's,
to use
yeah.
WebSockets. Yeah. So
Okay.
we want to do it. Okay. So now what we need is we need to have a different event. We need to have the server react to a message, WebSocket
Yeah.
message. So in this case, I think I'm just trying to draft out what we plan
Yeah.
to build. So let's say we have the server reacting to certain events, and the server would eventually react if someone set position and send their socket ID. They should be given back their position.
Okay.
That's pretty much everything that
Yeah.
we should be building. So yeah, I think this is something we can start building right now. And
Test one join. Okay. So I need to go. Let me see. Do I have any place where I'm already listening to messages?
there's actually I don't think that it sends message right now. So you can probably go.
Okay. I can just create a new one.
Yeah, you have to create a new one. Wait, give me a second. But there's one. Can you look for connection event? So it should be io dot
Yeah.
on
On
connection.
connection. Okay.
Yes. So the reason why we might want to do it here is because we have to keep track of both socket IDs, the ones that will be asking for the player's position and the one that holds the player position. So if we should eventually do it
Okay.
inside the connection event, yeah.
So here, instead of new player, I can create a new.
Yeah, but let's leave it there. So just above new player, that's where we can define it probably.
Okay.
So we can have let's see. So we have to use the socket here. That's the person that will be receiving. So you can type in socket dot on and message.
Uh, oh, all right.
And
So
message
whenever.
here is yeah. So message is a reserved keyword for sockets IO. So basically that makes the server react to incoming messages. If you don't have that, even if you send a message, nothing will happen because the server will just not know what to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you
here,
can
new
yeah.
function or.
Yeah, it's a function here. You can just type in, let's say, yeah, there it is. And I think so since we need to take an argument, which will, yeah, just type any argument, because we have to know which player we should retrieve the position for.
Okay, so that would be player ID.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So the here we would also need to get the, no, actually, instead of player ID, you can just type in data or something like that, because we want to receive the token, and
Okay.
we actually have to decode the token here. So luckily, there's already a function that allows us to do it. So you can just define a new variable, let's say decoded token or decoded message equals decode token. Yeah, that's the one. And just passing data there. Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
And now in decoded messages, I have like have
Yeah.
the player
So
ID, the position, etc.
mhm. So now we actually, one thing we have to do here is, in the function we defined earlier that takes the player position, we
Yeah.
should actually have it return the player's position as well, so we can use it. Yep. So
It was connected player dot player dot the
it's
player.
actually x and y. So you can eventually define a new object and return it, like player position equals the x and
Oh,
y.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna do this, and then it's connected player
Dot.
dot player dot x.
Yep. And the same one for y. Because I think we're not interested in the other data, which is the ID of the
No.
player. So
Okay.
yeah, so you
And I
can
can
return,
return player.
yeah, player pos. All right. So go back to the message here. Are you on message? Yeah. So here we can, if you want, we can console log it just to see if we're getting the data here before trying to. Yeah.
Okay. So
Can
now I
just check.
can try. I'll be back. I'll be back. Just gonna mess like this. Then I plug
Three.
them. Um, what should I send this?
Yeah, just send the move, and
But then I need to connect to the WebSocket, right?
yeah, you need to connect to the WebSocket
Yeah. So
and
that's where
send
it
any
gets it.
message.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it gets interesting. So for anyone
Mm.
following, you don't have it yet, but we're gonna push it soon. If in Postman you can now create a new table request. So if you go back to your workspace, you can click New and WebSocket request. And here, because we're using socket.io, make sure that for the type of request here, you say socket.io and not row.
Mhm.
And then I
And
think the
since the game
other,
uses an outdated version
yeah,
of Socket.io, Postman allows you to switch the versions of the client. So we
we're
can
gonna
go
use
with
a
V2.
node version and save. I guess I can just do that. Server URL is the same, so I could.
Mhm.
Um, let me see. Well, for me it's going to be localhost, but for you it's going to be like API-np
Yeah.
this, and that should be all. Okay,
Mhm.
connect. Okay, so I'm
Yes.
connected.
So let's try just sending a message, whatever it is. Okay,
Uh,
so we see an error, but
Crashed. Invalid token
Oh,
specified.
yeah, it's because we have to pass the token because now we
Ah,
try to decode to decode something which
so
doesn't really exist.
here,
No, it should be again as a message, but you know
I feel like
what
I
we
feel
can. Yeah,
I feel like
so
there's an easier way to do this.
I mean there could be, yeah. So the thing is that we need to get the socket ID of the player that
Okay,
is playing the game.
can we do um, can we start with like broadcasting every player's position so we don't have to worry about the socket ID?
Yep.
So
So I get.
whenever someone moves, we just like send the position.
Yeah. So yeah, this can work as well. I mean, if that's what we want to do. So we have get all players. So I wonder if we can use that function right here, get all players, to kind of. Yeah, probably if we call the function the get position function inside the get all players,
Yep.
where we're looping through.
Can we not do it in the move whenever someone moves
Yeah, we can try doing that as
and push
well.
it? Yeah.
Mm.
So let's go slash move. Where's my
It's at the very top, should be there.
yeah. Okay. Someone just appeared. A wild character appeared. So slash move here. Um, we want to broadcast whenever someone moves. We just want to send that.
Yep.
Um, but we need to do it somewhere.
Probably before moving, yeah, or
Yeah. Oh, after.
should
I
be.
mean, yeah, here or
Yeah,
after, I guess.
because we need the decoded token.
So, what would that be? Socket
So broadcast.
broadcast.
Yeah.
But emit. I never know.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Emit. Yep.
Ooh, okay, right.
And we can just emit whatever right now if you want. So
Okay,
first
let's
of all,
just
we
try.
need to specify the event name. What's the name of
Okay, so the name
you?
here is going to be
Yeah. Let's see. Let's call it position or get
position,
position. Something. Yeah. Yeah. Position.
and then here it's
And
going
now
to
we
be
have to
what we
send
send,
the
right?
message. Yeah.
Okay, so that should work.
Yep. So probably you can try hook Postman again.
Let's try something like this. I'm gonna connect here, and I need to subscribe to position,
Yeah.
right?
To position event.
So this is here, the listeners at the bottom right. So I can do positions. So
Is it
position
positions?
is
Oh
position.
yeah.
Okay. And
And
now,
let's try
ideally,
moving.
let's try.
If we did
Wait,
things right,
get
it should
any
move.
token. Start with a value. I'm just gonna go back to full screen. Aha. Yeah. Nope.
Something
Crashed.
happened.
But I think it's just because I've not removed the socket is not defined.
Yeah, socket. Uh, I
Did
think.
not
Can you go up? Yeah, you actually. That's at the
IO?
move endpoint. Yeah, you can try with IO because we don't have access to the socket here.
Okay. Set this. Um, okay. I can move. Nope.
Did you? I think Postman was not connected, or yeah, it crashed again. So
WebSockets is harder than we thought. People, I see we still have people joining. Hello, hello, hello. We'll go to the game very soon. Just give us some time. We'll implement some WebSocket stuff.
Can you try io.sockets emit?
I think that's probably the one issue. So if anyone knows what's the actual like
Yeah,
way to write
because
this,
that's an
I
outdated sockets. Yeah, try like this.
socket or
S
sockets.
sockets. Yeah,
Sockets, I don't know. Okay. Refresh
you
here.
didn't connect Postman, I think.
Okay, and then I did get hello world.
Yeah, it crashed, but I think something else crashed it.
Okay, but at least we got the.
Yeah.
So yeah, it crashed. It crashed further
Mhm.
on with the things I've put earlier, so we can comment that for now.
Yeah, but the thing is that we actually received the message.
Yeah, so
Was the
I think that.
important thing.
So let me do. Um, what is that? So that's the one I've created. Let me comment this one for now.
We can just comment where we invoke it.
Yeah.
We don't need this for now.
And now that should work, right? So if I refresh this, we're gonna try that with everyone because that's gonna be a lot easier to know.
Mhm.
Up, and then I can move. Get hello
Yep,
world,
we
and I
have
move
hello
again.
world.
Okay, so we've got this. Now let's send the actual player's position.
Mhm.
So instead of sending hello world here, I need to send. I mean, we can just send um, the emit message, I guess. Oh no,
Yeah,
it
the
doesn't
emit
have.
message is going to be the parameters we pass. So
Yeah.
that's where we actually have to use the get player server position with
Okay.
the decoded. And this is where we will actually use the token that we have inside the browser because the token holds the player's position.
Okay. Okay.
So you can uncomment that part here. And if you go back to
I don't remember
go back to
what's the
definition,
shortcut to go
yeah,
uh, go to. Oh, but it's commented. So
yeah. All right.
never
So
mind.
now the idea here is to use the socket ID that comes in the token and get the position from it.
Okay.
So
So that did not work. That was crashing.
I think we can actually send the data in JSON format from Postman.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would probably make more sense. So
So should I just send back connected player?
no, like if you go back to Postman
Uh, yep.
and instead of text, right underneath it, yeah, switch to JSON, and let's actually send the token here.
So
Okay,
token,
yeah, and just
then
pass the token.
I'm probably gonna have to refresh.
Probably, yeah. So if we do this, we will be able to get that token, and the token holds data about the player. So by knowing this, we will know which player to move and which player, no, not which player to move, but which player to position we should broadcast. So we
So now I
can now
have
go back.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's the best way to do it in terms of passing a token inside a WebSocket message, but I think for the sake of testing it out, we can do it.
Um,
So if you go back to the on message event,
which is in move.
yeah, I think it's on connection.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're decoding. So we need to let's just create a new variable that holds. Oh, you already have it that holds the decoded
Yep.
token, and we can call the get player position here. And for the argument, we can
Let
use
me make sure I
data.
have it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
server
the
permission.
argument, we should be able to use data.token.
Data. Okay. So that goes
No,
all the
sorry, it's
way.
actually
Yeah,
decoded message.token here.
that goes all the way to. No. Here.
Yep. And can you scroll back up again? Because I think we defined it earlier and we didn't change it. So
Yeah.
we should call the code token on data.token. The Yeah, go back to where we implemented. Yeah,
So here.
here
Oh yeah.
at the very top, where you define decoded message.
So I defined the
126.
coded message.
Yeah,
This one.
126. Yeah. So it's call it on data.token, and
And this is
now we
just.
should, yeah, decoded message dot socket ID. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking for. Maybe we can try it out.
Should I comment the other time like this one?
That's in the move route. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can comment it out. We don't need it.
Okay. Get my token. Here. And then we can send this.
Can you see
Crashed.
what's the error? Because probably there is no player. Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually have to connect with the browser. Did you get the token from there?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we connect to player.player? Are we console logging connected player somewhere? I just want to see what that is. Okay,
We
can
are
you
right.
scroll? Let's see what it says undefined. Oh wait, I actually, can you go back to where we to the message event? This should be in a that's an asynchronous function. So when we decode the message, we have to put in await 126 decode token. It should be await decode token.
Here.
Yeah, but just make the function async.
Okay.
No, just scroll up where in
Oh,
the,
the function in which
yeah,
we call it. Yeah.
yeah, the function which we call it. Correct.
There is so much stuff in there.
Yeah, it's a bit messy.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah, socket on message and try async function. See, okay, so now I it should work. Hopefully.
I've heard that before. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get there.
Right.
So it didn't crash.
It's good. Now I need to move.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, I need to move
No,
and then.
I think even if you move, it won't broadcast the position because we didn't specify it to broadcast the position yet. But we can try.
Crashes. Didn't crash.
How is that?
It
Yeah,
sends the position
we
to
still
everyone. Okay,
yeah, we still send hello world, but I think
that's
we're
fine.
almost there. So if you go back to can you just open up the console really quick?
Browser side or
No, the server side. Let's see. Okay, so we have the player. You see, we have the
yeah,
coordinates of the player. So how that's remaining is just to
send it
use
back.
that coordinates and send them over. Yeah. So
Uh,
again, we should go back to the message event.
I keep typing connection with next.
But it actually found it.
Uh,
All right. So get player server position. You can probably store that in a variable. Just so,
this one.
yeah, just type const player
Yeah,
position or whatever.
I keep using var, and I know you're using console there, but it's just going to be player position.
And now, can you check where we are sending the data? Where we're sending hello world? We can try replacing it with player pos. Yeah, right here. All right. So that should work. And everyone should see our position.
Okay.
Did you save it?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Okay. Put this here. Push that. Connect. Hit here. Move. Huh.
All right. Something crashed again.
Now it's re-undefined.
I think it's probably because the wrong token might have been used somewhere. We use it in quite a lot of places.
Should be correct because my character moved. So
That's the yeah.
no, this one.
Can you open Postman again? And yeah, it looks like it's the correct one. I think because it worked last time with Hello World.
So if it was Hello World, player. I don't think player pose is defined here though.
Uh, where did we define it?
In the connection.
Yeah, so you can actually move the on. Oh no, we want to do it on. Wait, on connection. Can you go to connection? Yeah. So
Let me revert to what we had.
Mhm.
This works. This.
So this one worked.
This one worked, and this was returning. So get not message as a function.
Mhm.
So we only got the hello world because I'm calling the move endpoint. It's not related to this, right?
Yeah.
We don't.
No.
We
Yeah. So actually, if we want to build it that way, I think we can move the emit event from the move endpoint to the
yeah to
socket
here.
endpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the message event because that would react on a WebSocket message.
And then to connection.
Yeah.
In here or outside?
You can do it here. Yep. Position. Hello world. Now
And
just
this should be
yeah, just use. Mm. Yeah, I think that should work.
let's see. I like that you say you think that should work. Sorry.
I mean,
Being more and more
everything can
careful.
happen.
Okay. Connected. Changing this here.
All
Moved.
right. So we actually have to send a message now. Can you try sending a message? So it returned. So it actually returned something, but I think we just didn't define it. Yeah.
Mm,
The player pause. You can probably try doing them separate because now it's sending an object. So I wonder if that's the problem. Just broadcast X, let's say, if it's gonna
like
work. Player pause.
purpose.x.
Yeah.
And
Let's see if that would work. I mean, there's probably a way to get them together.
yeah. I feel like we should be able to send packages.
Hmm. Yeah, just like
My WebSocket froze on the chat. Crashed.
It crashed.
Yeah.
No, I think you didn't connect.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Everyone's still moving here, so that's good. Not lost
Yeah.
everyone. Okay.
It actually disconnects you as soon as you connect. So probably something goes wrong. I also get some. Can you comment out one of the emit functions? Just let's say the first one. Let's leave only emit. But the thing is that once the token changes, we need to always pass the new one. Yeah. Send the message now here. You don't even have to move the character.
Just send another message.
Yeah. So it's no. So I think the problem is with the function that retrieves the player's position. Oh, that's actually a asynchronous function. You can see we return
As well?
promise.
All right.
Yeah.
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 So let's see here. So get this one needs to be
Yeah.
async.
Just type in await.
Yeah.
Await.
Uh,
And I think we have to define. Yeah. I think it's already async, so it's fine.
oh yeah.
It, yeah.
Connect.
And then now the moment of truth.
So I should be able to send a message. Okay.
Yes. So we get it.
Nice. And now I should be able to
Now,
do uh, connection. Maybe play uploads would actually work then.
I think, yeah, now if we have the whole object, it should pass it. Yes. So we
Okay, cool.
get the coordinates.
We got this.
Yeah.
But now, I just want to try. Let's say I have someone else that's on the same one. So I'm just simulating I'm someone else, and this character moves. Move this one. Does this get sent as well?
It
I
should
don't think
be.
it
Yeah.
does.
Uh, you have. Can you try moving now? Like because no, but the event is not on move. You actually have to send a WebSocket message to have this work.
Ah, okay,
And
right.
with the current way, it's done. Yeah.
So now we need to add it also to move. Um, so I can pretty much like redo this, but I don't need to do the whole like. Actually, do I? So how would I broadcast everyone's position now? Like whenever a player moves, we update, we send it to everyone.
So in this case, we want to, there's one function get all players. If you
Yep,
find it, I think this is something that we can probably use. I'm just wondering if we have the positions there, and if we have them, it might make our lives much easier because
we
we
should
will be
have
able
it
to use.
in player
Yeah,
here.
yeah. So I think if we use that get all players function, we can broadcast the results.
But will that be like reactive, like as in whenever I move, I broadcast my position to everyone, or like the server
Yeah,
broadcasts
it
my
just
position?
depends on where we define it. If we do it in the move endpoint, it should it should be like as soon as you move, it will automatically broadcast the position.
Okay,
But
so
but it
here
has
we
to,
can
yeah.
do. So we have player here.
Can you actually try to just call the function anywhere you like? Let's see what's the output.
Let's say move.
Call it inside move, let's say. Yeah.
this.
You can check what we have. So
I think that's this one, right?
yeah,
This one, this array here.
or probably the one below it. Oh no, it's this because it restarted.
All right, yeah.
It should be this one. All right, so I think can you try hooking up one more client? Let's and moving just to see if we get the details for. Just open a new, just open
Ah,
the game in a new tab.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
If we have this, then I think we should be good to go.
okay, and then from here, go and move.
Let's see. Yes. Okay, that's good.
Nice. So now I can just broadcast this.
Yep, that would work.
Yeah, actually, like get all players already returns exactly this.
So you can
So I
just
can do.
broadcast it here.
Uh,
No, don't edit this
oh
because
yeah.
this actually moves the player
uh,
on the screen. Just create a
so
new
wait,
one.
what was the thing again?
io.sockets emit.
Oh, that's okay. Maybe
It's
uh,
sockets plural. Yeah.
all
Let's call it
players
all player.
close, and here we want get all players. Okay, so I'm just
So
gonna save this. You can subscribe to it.
yeah. And
Okay, then refresh. Let's try it once, and then hopefully we can push to everyone. We'll see everyone's moves. Connect. Okay, so I'm listening on both.
yeah.
First thing I can show is I can just get my position if I send a message. So that's my position, right?
Now
Uh,
if you
if I move, I should be sent. Yeah, just like that's
all
me.
players positions. Yeah.
Yeah. But I can also go here, and that's simulating another player. I would do
You don't even
one.
have to change the tokens. It should be fine if you move the other player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to show like that's an array, and we have all players
All right.
position.
Yeah.
Okay, nice, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do the git commit, git push, and all that.
The thing that we started doing earlier was actually if we wanted to broadcast only to a specific person,
Yeah.
because now we already have the setup. So if you want, you can also do it because Socket.io has the option to broadcast to only a specific socket. But yeah,
So I'm pushing to GitHub, and you have it hooked up to
to
Heroku.
Heroku, yeah,
And
and it should automatically deploy there.
okay. Do you know
So
how long it's gonna take? So we can make the
it should be a couple of seconds. I'll look at Heroku right now and
Okay,
see what
let
happens.
me join you all.
And by the way, if someone got disconnected, that's because the game restarted. Let me just see. Looking at Heroku's end. I think it should be fine because it looks like it.
Let's see. So for anyone following along, refresh the page because there should be a new one now, so we can all join again. Um, and now let's talk about WebSockets a bit because we've been talking about WebSockets for like the last hour, but we've not really talked about what it is. So REST API calls, they're synchronous API calls. You send a request, you get a message back. You send another request, you get another message back. So the point of WebSockets is to be able to do asynchronous as well, where you send a request once to the server, and then the server can like keep on pushing. The connection is still there. Okay, we already have someone who's back. You can keep on pushing data, and that's what we're doing here. So um, if I'm actually gonna redo it from the start, so you can do it like along. So if I go back to Postman, I can create a new type of request, and that's WebSocket. WebSocket, make sure you select socket.io as the type of request. And in the settings, make sure you go for v2.
V2.
That's what we want. Server URL will be the same as the game. So I'm just going to copy paste this here. And then I think that's it. Connect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm connected. There's two listeners. So the listeners is this like the message board that we like subscribe to, and then we can be sent like all of the news. So I'm gonna go. What was it called?
I think for now you can just
All
subscribe to the
player
all
buzz.
player position
Yeah.
listener.
So I'm
Don't
gonna
subscribe to the other event.
add all player buzz, um, and then I need to actually I don't need to send my token for this one, right?
Yeah, this one you don't have to do anything. Just don't send any messages.
I'm just listening. So now let's see if anyone moves. I'm actually let's look at this one. Ah, could not
The
send
base
it.
URL is that localhost
Ah.
or wait? I thought that that
I got
server
scared
died.
there.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
Yep,
we have
we're getting those.
other people removed. There's two of us. One of us is on the 200. Oh, actually,
I can.
oh,
There's someone
okay.
else moving.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There is definitely someone else moving. I can do
I can
this.
join as well.
Yeah, join for the fun. I just want to see like the messages pile up. Why so far? Hello.
Hello, Annie. Hi there.
Okay, I need more movement. Ah,
All right, I joined. Let me try to move. Let's see what's gonna happen.
yep. Wait? Is this you?
No, I still haven't moved.
Yeah. That okay. I'm seeing a lot of movement now.
Someone's
Thank
very
you.
active.
Thank you, whoever that is. Um, yep. I could move myself, but I want to keep an eye on this window. Don't want to lose it. See what I can do. Are you moving? Can't tell.
Nope, not yet.
But yeah, it's okay.
And
Nice. So there's, and you can actually tell like how many. Oh, that's cool. It tells me there's new messages as well.
I'm just moving. I can see.
Yeah, you're making very small steps.
Yep. Let's go. 100. Oh wait, that's 5,000.
I think someone's on a loop. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can only imagine what will happen if you use the collection runner.
Without a delay, just like
Yeah,
go
that's gonna
everywhere.
probably crash it.
Okay, cool. So we've done two things. We've done the I can get my own position if I want to know where I am. Um, oh, someone is minus 180. Yes, I'm looking with the collection runner. No.
Someone beat us.
Oh, actually, you can see. So
That's
in
pretty
the
cool. Yeah.
yeah in the WebSocket client, you can see the prettified view of your JSON as well. It's pretty cool.
So I think we still have some time. We can probably add
Yeah,
one
let's see. So
something quick.
we wanted to do get a single player's position, get everyone's position broadcasted. Um, what do we want to do now? We
So
can
we can do two things, I guess. We can either have some some names because right now players are just IDs.
So
And
I just saw someone asking me for for the URL of the game. I've just posted it. It's showing on the screen now, so you should be able to join there. Sorry, I see your message earlier. And I also see easier and saying, now I'm seeing other uses of Postman, not just the API testing. True, true. It's also for gaming. It's also for WebSockets, gRPC, and tons of other things. So USA, Atanas.
yeah, I was wondering what else we can do. One of the things is to allow the players to set their names, or probably we can generate names for them. So
So it's not
uh,
like ID 0.
yeah, I mean the ID will still be there. We can of
Okay.
course
So like we can add.
remove it, but we at least there's more identifiable way to see who's who. Yeah.
Um, I'm thinking.
Or if you have any other ideas, we can do
No,
them.
I like the name, and we have a nice audience, which I hope won't use it.
And
Okay,
yeah,
let me
that's why we can probably use just
let,
use some random
yeah,
words.
let me go back to VS Code then. Wait, I'm gonna put the game on because I know people like to see what's happening. Keep it here, refresh, and then here. Okay, so how is a when you create a player? Oh,
Yeah,
someone's just going around the whole map. Um, let's see. New player.
that's exactly what we're interested.
So a new player, we
So
give an ID.
yeah, that just increments the IDs. But if we have one more field here, let's say name, and we can define some names that people probably would be randomly assigned to them. You know, something
If you
that
want to do
we.
like a rand of, are you asking me to write like by heart
The
a
other
random?
thing is that if we find an API that generates
Ah,
a random name for you, that might be easy enough.
let's see. API random names.
Probably even random words, because that might be even better.
Random word API. Ah, oof.
Actually,
That's
also don't
this is
true.
web zero probably. Can't even see. Uh, Pentavision.
That's a random word. Yeah.
Obliterative. No, okay, I like that. Um, so what we can try this. So we have it in Postman, fair
Very good.
enough. But I can't be asked to code it. So let's see if I can do that. I'm gonna use the code generator, and I should be able to use fetch, right?
Hmm. I think Postman actually has Axios as well,
Oh,
so
are
you
you
can
using
try using
Axios
it.
in your?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
if I just do this, that should work, right?
hmm.
And then instead of like response.data, I'm gonna get response.data of one, so I can get only the first thing.
Yeah.
So let me do.
I wonder if yeah you can create a new function probably.
Yeah, it's probably
Just-
better.
But
Let's do.
you made some edits and I see an error. You can undo it until you haven't
Oh,
done it all.
what
Yeah.
did I do? Oh, here. It's because it's missing
Yeah.
the.
Yeah. Okay. Just comment it
Wait,
out
or
probably for you.
I mean, this is the localhost, right? So it doesn't
Hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fine.
uh, generate
So generate
name.
name.
So I'm gonna do this like let's see. Um, config. Probably don't need all these.
Yeah, you
Res-
don't need them, but
yeah, response is response.data of
hmm,
0,
yes.
and that's pretty much.
Yeah. We actually
We
need
want.
to return this
Yeah, we
instead
want
of
to
console
return.
logging it. Yeah. I think that should be it.
And then I want to call generate name.
But that should probably be async because
Oh
it's an
right,
API
yeah.
call. Yeah.
Uh, here.
No,
Basically,
before the braces. No, before after the equal
I'll get
sign.
there. I'll
Yeah,
get there.
you can try every place. That's the way
Until
to go.
until it stops complaining. And here it's
Yeah,
gonna be the weight of generic name. Oh, but I
yeah,
can't
and
do it here, can
just
I?
make this async. Yeah, you have to make this one async.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Here or here?
again before the braces after new player. Yeah, so that should do it.
Let's see. Now we're gonna. I mean, we have all of the console log already, so I'm gonna do npm. Not here. I think npm. I'm gonna do npm start here, and then go next and define.
Hmm. Return JSON stream file.
Maybe console log.
We can probably see what we're returning. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do. Cool.
So
Okay.
that's gonna be undefined, I guess.
It
Or
should be undefined. Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, but
No,
this one
we
is not
actually have
defined.
it.
So
Can
it
you go back
is.
to on player where we actually code this?
Here.
Just try to create a new variable before we declare
Yeah.
the object. And oh, you actually didn't use await, or did you?
I
Probably
did.
that's the reason. Oh no, you did. Wait, name. Console log it if you want after
Yeah.
defining it.
So I need a wait here.
Yeah.
A lot of names.
Yeah.
Okay. This. So this one's undefined. This one is working. Uh-huh. Are you sure this one needs to be a sync?
Mm, I think so. Even if it's not, you can try removing it, but
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, try removing it actually, because I see that it was now it will probably
Same.
because we
Why are
have a
we?
weight there. You probably have to remove the await
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, where do we have a wait?
It's where you're calling the
Oh, you mean
function.
there? Yeah, it's probably not gonna do.
Yeah, it won't do anything at all.
Uh, so why? I mean, I could just do it directly here, I
Here,
guess,
yeah,
to
I thought
avoid.
of that as well, but I mean, there's
Uh,
probably something.
it's not like the code wasn't like. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you're not running a great architecture.
Yeah.
I
So if I
mean,
do this, then here I can do name equal name. Right.
uh,
Equal nothing.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
assign.
Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
The only time you used const and it's
That
the
makes a
wrong
lot of
place.
sense. Uh, it's not a constant one.
I think you're doing it somewhere else, probably.
Oh,
Yeah,
here.
here. So it's still not waiting for. I think the problem is it actually fetches the name after it creates the
Yeah.
player.
So let me try. I think fetch is already. It's going to be the same problem.
Wait, can you take a look at the joke? It should be actually the same implementation because joke uses an external API. So yeah, you can see I can use an Exodus here, and I'll wait for it. Can you just do the same as the thing I did with the joke, but just
For generate name.
yeah.
So here will be generate name. That name. Cool. We're not going to do this fancy
Yeah,
thing. That's all we need. Okay, why not name?
just type in name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the bottom, just return name.
Yeah. 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 And then out of
Probably the first
this.
element of the array. Return. Yeah, I think that should do it. Just make sure it's we call 08 here.
And here this should be.
I'll wait.
Wait.
Yeah. All right.
Someone told me the other day, play there. What is
Who's
that?
that?
I don't know who that is. Um, Someone told me the other day I had computers because they couldn't. Oh, it's a typo. Play there? Oh, did I? But no, that's fine. It is a typo
Yeah.
though, but it's probably a typo across. Yeah, it's a constant typo. So
Someone
it's
did it.
fine.
I don't know who's that. Who's responsible
Oh,
for that?
let's see, because I have that extension that tells me who. Who is this NA5K?
I
Oh,
don't know him.
I wonder.
No, I think
Um,
that we should probably call generate name earlier, and yeah, use await once again.
I'll get there. Nope.
That's
It would have been easier to let people set their own name.
yeah, that's for sure. That's
It's weird. Why can't we do
maybe
that? Okay, where are my async await people now?
I wonder if async and await actually work with WebSocket defined in the connection event. So probably it's not async at all.
I mean, yeah, okay. So this is undefined already. That doesn't
Yeah.
help.
Console name.
Um, sure, this one. Oh no, I
Probably
just
try
found out
to
about
console log.
this. Someone said me on below. No, I just found out about these initials where we play. Yes, all of our live streams are on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/postman. So you'll be able to catch them on replay. To be fair, you've not missed much because it's been a struggle today with the WebSocket stuff, but you'll
Yeah.
be able to see the game, and we do go through like how to play, etc. You're not a WebSocket expert by any chance? That would be.
Yeah, can you try console login name before returning it? Because it's
Yeah, that's what
undefined
I
there.
did. It said undefined.
But you try to console log name and the
Oh, you
array
want
just
name?
without
Yeah.
calling out certain. Yeah. All right, so it should
Ah,
be dot data
that data.
name dot data, and then yeah.
Wow.
Woohoo!
More console
So
log. That's the lesson today.
that
Just do
was
more
shameful.
console log. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. So let me do the
let's
good
push it.
old git add, git commit add names. Push. Okay, so it's going to redeploy.
See if it's loading.
Um, yeah, we're also actually running out of time, so we're not even going to go through the whole like treasure hunt, but we're going to get that for another session. Don't you all worry. Before we leave, while this reloads and before we can play a last time, what we did today, we walked back what we had already created. So this is that game that you can play through this collection called Stardew Valley. I can show you more. So you have like 3 endpoints at the moment: move right, which makes your character move; jog time. Let's see if it's reload. I can just play it at the same time.
I'll tell you when once it's ready. Yeah, it's ready.
Okay, so I can.
It's deployed.
So we have 3 endpoints. One is to move your character. So if I do this, character moves. One is broadcast. So I can say hello world, and you can see my character says hello world. And one is to get a joke and then also show the joke to other people. It should be two fish in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?" And all of these jokes are atrocious, but that's another debate. Um, so that was what we had. What we added today, we wanted to demo how you can do live sockets with this, and I'm going to create a collection after the stream so you can actually see how to do it. But now um, we have this endpoint called literally you just connect to the base URL of the game using socket.io and the v2 of the client version. And once you're connected, it broadcasts every time like someone moves. Just let everyone know where that character is. For example, we actually have we have quite a few people already. I mean, two and more. There's more movement. Um, so yeah, and we did that. The other way is I could just use um, my token. So this one, let's say there's a parameter here.
Uh,
This still work?
make sure you pass in the right, otherwise
Yeah,
you might crash it.
I'm gonna crash everything. Let's see.
Yeah.
So if I send this, oh, I
Are you
need to listen
subscribed?
to.
Yeah.
Oof, what was the event?
Who's player post?
Play pose.
No, no, it's
Position.
actually position. Yeah. It's almost
So I
moving
can.
very nicely on the screen.
Wait, let me see.
Someone's happy.
Whee! So I can send this, and now it sends my position. So yeah, that was just a demo, and so yeah, now I'm just gonna get like everything. So that was just a demo of like the WebSocket feature. We had a few more we wanted to do. I've got a few notes of it, so we'll save them for next time. Um, but before we close the stream, let me. I'm gonna keep the game on because it's too fun not to keep it on. Um,
I
this-
just crashed it because I saw you disconnect from the WebSocket. I'm not sure if you
no,
did it
it's
on
me.
purpose or.
I pressed back by mistake. Okay, so you should all be on the screen. You can keep on moving while we say
No.
goodbye.
Can you refresh the page?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it won't work.
Oh, and it crashed. Okay, so we won't have the game to
Yeah.
finish with. So that's another thing we can probably work on before next time, which is making the game more reliable. uh, but that said, um, every time before we leave, we have a possibility for shoutouts. So I don't know, Atanas, if there's anyone you want to shout out. It can be someone, it can be a library you like, it can be a book, it can be anything.
I don't know. Those are always hard for me. I remember the last time I shouted out the product support team, and I actually want to do it once again because like we have a lot of new folks on the team, so I think all of them are great. And yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but in
That's
the
good.
same
No,
time, yeah,
that's good.
big thumbs up for the
Um,
product support team. I'm gonna
I'm
be selfish
gonna,
here.
but now I'm not gonna shout out my team, and you're gonna make me look bad. But I'm still gonna go ahead and give a shout out to the audience today for your patience, because we couldn't get all the way to actually making you play. But hopefully you've still had fun with the just moving around, seeing yourself move, broadcasting messages, and you got to learn a bit more about Postman and the other type of requests it supports. But with that said, couple things to look forward to. We have a space camp, actually not a space camp, an intergalactic session, which is a webinar we do every month. So we have one next week, and I'm going to share it uh, in the chat. So if you want to register for it, it's here. So we have a session about API testing. So it's an introduction for testers in Postman. So again, if you want to learn more about what you can do with Postman, that should put you on the right track in terms of like API testing. And we also have a live stream next week. It's going to be more of a, it's not going to be a super technical one. It's going to be a pretty high level one of the what's new in Postman Vita, and we're going to talk about the API builder. So that's the API producer view of Postman. How do you like sync with Git? How do you publish an API, etc., etc. Cool. With that said, I'm not seeing any more questions in the chat, so I'm going to play the end video and say bye bye. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.